You too. Hey, your favorite three. We back, man. Somebody must have said something, man. Somebody said something. Now we here. Y'all, I'm the host today. It's your boy Tim.
Man, it's that guy Rob.
Your boy Rome.
Yes, sir. We in the Billy. We in the Billy, fellas. Hey, like Rob always say, man, it's three of us. You know.
3 times, man. Three
You know,
times.
you know what I'm saying? So like I said, hey, today we got a good one, man. We got an interesting man. We all know Earl Spence fighter Frank Martin is fighting this weekend. Man, we here to talk about what's the opportunities what's out there for him if he win this fight, especially if he win in spectacular fashion. At the press conference, well, not the press conference, but I guess it was the weigh-in. Afterwards, they was talking, and he said he's ready for the Tank Davises and the Shakur Stevensons, and Shakur responded to him on Twitter saying, you better be working hard. So, Rob, what you thinking, man? You think Frank Martin win this fight in spectacular fashion, man? What you think? What's next for him?
Man, I really think Earl is going to push for the Shakur Stevenson fight. So that's what I see next, unless Shakur Stevenson don't want it. But I think Earl going to do whatever it takes to get it. So I'll say that's next on the. Just knowing how Earl operate. Earl don't run from big fights. So if Frank is anything like Earl, man, he gonna take that fight. So I see Shakur Stevenson as the next thing for him. If he, hopefully he victorious in this fight right here. But that's what I see in the path for him next is that one because um, Earl is. I think Earl is a man of his word. He gonna try to put them big fights in front of Frank, and Frank gonna have to step up to the plate and do his thing. So I that's what I'm looking forward to, man. I mean looking forward to because I believe that's what Earl will do. I think Earl will make the big fight.
What
And
do what do you think about Frank as a fighter?
uh man, I like Frank. I like Frank. Frank can box real good, man. He's slick too. Frank can fight, man. And I mean him fight Shakur, I think it'll probably be a little boring.
Okay.
I actually think Frank would be more aggressive than Shakur will be. But I think it'll be a little boring because of they style, because Frank can box. Frank can box his ass off. And Shakur a slick boxer too. So, it can be, it just depends because it can be boring. That fight, that the styles they have, it'll set up to be a boring fight unless, is Shakur gonna take the chances, but that's what I see. That's the fight I see for Frank Martin next. I don't think Tank gonna fight Frank right away. I think he'll fight. I think this is not about Tank, but if he was to try to fight Haney, I don't see him fighting. I don't think he gonna try to make it. He gonna try to put too much in his favor to where the fight won't happen. So, like I said, with Frank, I don't see Frank fighting Haney. I don't. I don't think Earl will. I don't. It's just I don't think Earl will match him up with Haney. I don't think he want to match him up with Haney. It's not that he's scared of Haney. Maybe it's the styles or something. I don't think he gonna match him up with Haney. He ain't mentioned Haney either. So, I don't. I just don't. And then Shakur and Frank, they building up this. This they trying to they're actually pretty much building the fight by talking shit to each other, man, through Twitter and so there you go, right there. You got the start of it right there, man. And for Frank look impressive tomorrow, and Shakur ain't got an opponent, so why not? Why not fight Shakur, man? I mean, it's big for both of them. It's big for Shakur too to get a good name under his belt at this division. So I think Shakur should take this fight too if Frank wins. So that's my take on it, man. What
I
you got?
got I got another one for. I got another question for you, Rob. Do you think? But before I go, do you think that Frank Martin has the elite skills to be in the elite class? Do you think he got the skills to be in the elite class at 135 to 140?
I think he gonna have to get in the ring and find out. I mean, it's just, we seen what he did to I forgot his Rivera, I think his name, the one that looked like Muhammad Ali. We seen what he did
Yeah,
to him, man. He was
yeah,
supposed to be a force at that division, and Frank picked him apart, man. He dismantled him. So
yeah.
you
He
know,
did. That was
so
impressive. That was
yeah,
impressive.
man. The sky's the limit for Frank, man. Frank, you know, I just need him to fight one of these top guys. You know, they got 4 guys at this weight. You got Lomachenko, Shakur, Devin, Tank. You know, fight one of them guys, man, at this division. We're gonna see where it goes. See how he do against one of these. Because Frank, it's possible Frank can beat him, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just getting him in the ring, and I think Earl will do that. Try to put him in the ring against one of them guys. It's
Yeah,
just if the other guy was willing to take the fight. That's the thing I think. And or
yeah,
unless I think Frank will take the fight. That's what I don't know him. You know, I don't know. You know, we don't know none of these guys. So, but just for me, what I see from him. And I know how Earl is. I think Frank will take the fight, and it's just gonna be up to the other guy, whoever that is. They try to, which I'm pretty sure Earl gonna try to go at Shakur because he fighting Bud. So, and that's Bud protege. So, I see him going after Shakur.
man. I definitely agree, bro. I agree with mostly everything you said, man. I'm with you, man. I think for some reason, bro, 135 got a lot of talent in the division, but it seems like Haney is the only one that's fighting everybody. And I mean, why can't say fighting everybody, but taking all the risks for the big name opponents? Of course, you got the big three right now with him, Shakur, and Tank. But I definitely think Frank Martin is on the verge, man, of being a top guy, man. Is like you said, you gotta give him. He has to get those opportunities to get in there with him, and that's the only thing kind of we be saying about boxing, bro. Is that man is we want to see these guys in these fights, man, but we got to see them against guys like Frank Martin, who's not talked about as much as David Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and to be real. I think Frank Martin and Shakur Stevenson, I think their resumes kind of match up a little bit. The big win Shakur had is Valdez. Frank Martin's big win is Rivera. I think outside of those fights, I don't know too many big names that they both actually fought. So I don't even know how Shakur's name is super big right now. Everybody can see it.
So I think
Everybody
it's a
can see it.
talent. Yeah, I think it's a talent.
Yeah. Of course, the eye test. Of course, Shakur passed the eye test for sure. I mean, you know what I'm saying. But Frank passed the eye test. You know what I'm saying. I just think that uh, I don't know how to put it. Maybe it's because PBC has a lot of fighters, and maybe Frank kind of gets overlooked or something like that. Because especially with them having Tank Davis at 135, maybe. But it seems like he kind of gets passed over a little bit. Shakur is over there on the top rank. He their biggest fighter at 135. So I think they promote him a little bit more. Uh, I definitely think Frank should be in that class. I mean, he got enough to where it's time for him to take one of them tests. He beat Rivera, who was supposed to be a very good fighter, and he beat him spectacular fashion. I think it's time for one of those guys to step up and fight each other or fight Frank. I mean, I don't see nobody else up there with that talent like that. I definitely think him and Shakur would be a good fight. I'm with you. I don't know how the fight will play out with both of them boxing. But I think it's interesting. I think it's time for them to take jump off the deep end and get their feet wet. Everybody want Haney, but hey, they got these guys right here. They got Frank Martin out there. If you don't want to fight Haney, Frank Martin right there. Now the only thing, Rob, I disagree, and it's not really a disagreement, is that I wonder if it's gonna be a roadblock in the road for that fight, being that Shakur is over there with Bob Am. I know it seems like Devin Haney can make the fight, but of course Devin Haney a free agent. Tank on PBC as well. I mean, Tank on PBC along with Frank Martin. So Devin Haney a free agent. He like a mercenary. He gonna go fight whoever he'll sign the contract with wherever the fight is. So he's solo. Uh, That's the only barrier I see to that fight, Rob. I would like to see it, but man, and then Shakur doing a lot of. I'm calling this person out, that person out. We all know you on top rank, So we got to see how you gonna be able to get, like they said, get to this side of the street. The only person that's there, maybe Haney. And that's if Haney want to sign a contract with Bob Bam.
Man, I wouldn't, bro. The way he did after that fight when he telling Lomachenko, "You won, you clearly won." But I wouldn't. I mean, and I wouldn't be mad with Haney if he didn't sign back with him for that reason.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying, and like like we was talking about, Shakur don't want to take 25%, but we from what we seen from reports, like Haney took like 22% to fight Cambosis. You know what I'm saying? So Shakur complaining, but it was like, if I'm Haney, yeah, I'm gonna charge Bob Bam. That's what he did to me, for me to get this opportunity. So I'm with you, Rob. I wouldn't sign over there if I'm Haney either. So Shakur, it's gonna be hard for Shakur to get a big fight, man. I mean, everybody missing that part about it. Like everybody talking about Shakur fight this person and that person, but he over there on top rank. All the 135 was really with PBC. Like I said, Haney a free agent, but
Yeah, nah, man. And it's only really, it's easy to make. I mean, well, not easy because I don't even know how Shakur's situation is because if you can make a fight with Devin Haney, I don't see why you can't make a fight with Frank Martin. I don't see what would be the problem.
Well, Devin, he not signed with
Nah, I
PBC.
ain't
I
talking
think
about that. I'm saying it's not
yeah.
hard though. It shouldn't be hard to sign that fight with Frank Martin, bro. That's all you gotta do is talk to Earl, man. Just talk. That's how you gotta just talk to each other, man. Because Earl not really signed to nobody. Earl not signed to PBC. Really, he do his own thing. He with Al Heyman, but I don't think he signed to PBC though.
Yeah, but for him to make the Crawford fight, Crawford had to come on. Crawford
Yeah,
had to
well,
come and
Crawford
find. You
did
know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying?
Crawford did for sure. See,
Yeah.
because they kept saying they was telling Earl was just like, I'm loyal to Al. It wasn't about
Yeah.
PBC. He was like, I'm loyal to Al.
Yeah, but Al is basically PBC. That's pretty much what we saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think and that fight it wouldn't be hard to make, man. I just think if Shakur want that fight, I think Bob Arum will do it. So it's just gonna be up to Shakur if he want to take the fight. Just being honest, that's what I think.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I don't want to waste too much time on it, man. Cause Frank still
Uh,
got to win tomorrow, so we see how he go
yeah,
tomorrow.
for
What he
sure, for
decide after
sure.
that. So I think we can cut this one right here, man.
For sure, man. Ron, man, I know you was in background. You had anything wrong or? All right, Ron must be out right now, but yes, sir. So we gonna end it here. What's the bottom line, Rob?
The bottom line is he got to get out, nigga. Frank got to get out.
Hey, Frank, get down tomorrow night, man. Y'all gotta go see that man. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody else up there at 135. Somebody gotta go see him, especially if Devin go to 140.
Yep. So
You know
you
what
got to
I'm
do that bottom
saying?
line, man. You got to get out.
Hey, bottom line, y'all gotta get down,
Got to
man.
get out.
Hey, like
Hey,
I
we
said,
out, man. We out, YouTube, man. We got some more heat coming for y'all, man. We gonna be all three locked and loaded next time. So we could just be ready, man. We're gonna be prepared. We're gonna have all three of our bullets this time.
you know what I'm saying? Like I always say, man. You say that night, hey, you say that Cruise Critties night, hey,
I'm
we
telling
gonna
you,
pop up
anything with
with
the
a
three,
video.
anything
Hey,
clapping. I mean, you can stomp your feet 3 times, flick the lights 3 times. Hey, we
you know
coming,
what
man.
I'm saying?
We're gonna be there. Hey, we out, man. We out.
Yes, sir.